stop what you're doing right now and open up your Phantom wallet. If what you see looks similar to this, then what I'm about to show you could completely change the game for you. Now, a lot of you are burning cash on meme coins every single day, wondering why you're not winning. But if you've been paying attention, the ones pulling in the biggest profits aren't just trading, they're launching their own tokens. In this video, I'll walk you through how to build and launch a meme coin from scratch, how to promote it, attract buyers instantly, and how you can earn $1,000 to $2,000 in daily profits. Before we dive in, I'm giving away one sol to a lucky subscriber. Like the video, drop a comment, and hit subscribe to join the giveaway. All right, big move happening. We're seeing a pump. Let's go. I'm going to refresh the page here on PumpSwap so we can get a look at the current profits. All right, it's moving. It's moving. Look at that. We're up 5 sol in gains. Let's go. Now's the time. I'm going to click 100% right here, then hit remove liquidity. And just like that, we're in profit. Let's go. Yes, that was me launching a meme coin and within minutes making thousands of dollars. It's pretty crazy given that most of you watching this video are dreaming of finally making a crap ton of easy money with meme coins. So in this video, I'm going to be going over a couple of questions you guys have asked me. The first is how to exactly make money with meme coins despite horrible market conditions. Solana has been down for the past month or two or so, and I'm still printing. I stay making a lot of money, and a lot of people are wondering how exactly to do that despite constantly having fake projects come in and out every single day, getting rug pulled. And to be completely honest with you, it's also I'm gonna show you how to make money by not sitting in front of a computer every single day looking at Deck Screener trying to find the next big project. That's not what I do, and that is frankly not what you should be doing either if you want to make money. The secret isn't trading meme coins. The secret isn't trading meme coins all day, every day. And if you've lost money, you know this is true. As I've shown you guys before, these are some of the projects that I may or may not be directly involved in, which may or may not be how I make money. But as you can see, these projects consistently hit, $10,000, $100,000, multiple $100,000 market caps. And that means some of these projects, honestly, they started with $100, $200, right? This means I'm able to continuously make 5 to 10 times the amount of profit out of that money. I want you guys to imagine that for 1 second. I want you to honestly tell me, when is the last time you sat behind your computer, sat behind Pump.Fun, sat behind Deck Screener, and you were able to make 5 to 10 times intentionally, or maybe you did it on purpose? Whatever the case may be, I want you to tell me the last time you did 5 to 10x while having anything to do with meme coins. It probably happened once in the past month, or maybe it didn't even happen at all. Now, the majority of typical meme coin videos are going to sit here and tell you what exactly filter you put in and tell you how to mess around with Pump.Fun and what exactly to look out for every single time you see a new coin pop up. All these different things they're going to sit and tell you, and they're going to be lying to you. I was in the same place for a very, very long time. Have you ever asked yourself exactly why sitting behind all these trading platforms? Have you ever asked yourself, what the hell am I actually buying? Have you actually ever thought for 1 second, what is it that I'm putting my money into? The truth is, it's all fugazi, right? It's all fake. It comes, it goes. It's a bunch of them degenerates adding value to things that aren't real, and they've never been real. And that's the secret right there. That despite everything you see in front of you being a bunch of nothing, you can also be a part of that. You can make your own projects. You can find a community of people to buy in and make the most money out of all of them because you are the creator. The problem is that most of you might not have any clue what it is to launch a project. Or maybe you've tried to launch projects before, but you don't have any real notable results like you saw in the beginning of this video. And to be honest with you, I don't blame you. It's very hard to start and it's very hard to learn, especially with the millions of pieces of information out there giving you the wrong piece of advice. So what I want to do in this video is actually teach you some of the strategies that I use, including the one that you saw in the beginning of this video. So you can start making projects, start making meme coins, and most importantly, start making a lot of money with meme coins. Maybe it's not the way you thought with traditional trading, but it's the best way to do so. I can guarantee that. That's with proof of me making hundreds of thousands of dollars with this. The first thing that you need to know is that there's multiple different pro platforms that you can launch with your projects or your meme coins on. The most popular at the moment is Launch on Lunch, okay? Just like the one that you see here in Pump.Fun, okay? Now, the main difference, apart from the looks and that Pump.Fun are the place where the transactions take place, meaning a lot of people, when they buy and sell, it happens on a certain platform. The Pump.Fun buys and sells on the Pump.Fun DEX, okay? So for the sake of example, I'm going to show you how to launch exactly like I did in the intro of this video, using the Launch on Lunch platform. One, where you can create your coin from scratch, inputting all the information that you need using the AI feature for the logo and the description. And you're also going to use the Copytranding tokens method. This is actually the feature that I used in the beginning of this video, both of which, whichever one you use, helps launch your token directly on the Radium DEX. And as you guys can see, it is the bigger one, and you're going to be piggybacking off the literal hundreds of million dollars that are being traded in real time, unlike in Pump.Fun. So let me show you exactly how to launch a coin from scratch. So a couple days ago, at the time that I'm recording this video, this token went extremely viral. And you have to keep in mind that if you're trading meme coins, you have to be very active in what the culture is, what people are talking about. And the best place to be is on Twitter. Apart from TikTok and everything, Twitter is the masterclass of places where memes come and go. So if you're very active on what exactly is about to hit, you can make a lot of money really quickly, okay? Now, as you can see, the coin did extremely well. As you can see, it is an almost $80 million market cap. As you can see, he launched it directly on Radium. He took advantage of the Radium platform, having a lot of trading value, and he launched it directly there. Now, this is an example of when things go right, okay? When you catch a trend and when you actively are literally almost glued behind your computer screen. Or maybe sometimes it's just luck that you actually get to see this before everybody else does and make a coin on it before everybody else does. Now, again, this is just a simple way of going about it. But the second way, and the way that you guys saw in the beginning of this video, is actually using the Copytranding coins method. Some people are stupid, and they launch on the Pump.Funds, right? Their coins come and go, and they die relatively quickly. Now, there's some tokens that are actually doing well.
At first glance, the approach feels simple, yet its effects in practice can be truly transformative once you see it in motion. Internalizing concepts like these converts passive knowledge into active creative momentum. And who knows? With the right push, your project could capture lightning in a bottle and spread at warp speed. In a moment, we'll translate every phase into plain English so you can act immediately rather than feel overwhelmed. What may appear ordinary on paper can echo through real-world outcomes in ways you wouldn't expect. Mastering the fundamentals turns raw information into an engine of possibility. Stay with me until the finale, because I'm revealing a marketing maneuver that has the potential to ignite demand for your token overnight. We'll elevate our perspective to understand how that tactic weaves into the broader Web3 ecosystem and narrative flow. Context converts a simple trick into a compound advantage. Whether your ambition is to nurture a multi-year brand or orchestrate a swift profit cycle, the steering wheel is firmly in your hands. Together, we'll chart a roadmap so both veterans and newcomers can navigate with certainty instead of guesswork. Seeing the full spectrum of options empowers confident execution. When you release a meme coin, traditional financial risk is minimized since you govern the pool that fuels trades. We'll analyze the crowd psychology that propelled icons like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu from jokes to juggernauts. Minting a token is really about scripting a story the community wants to champion. Liquidity might sound arcane, yet it simply means holders can buy or sell whenever inspiration strikes. Imagine a marketplace without a cash drawer. That's a token lacking liquidity. We will ensure your drawer is always stocked. Because keys remain in your custody, no central gatekeeper can freeze or seize what you own. That sovereignty is the magnet drawing creators toward decentralized territory. By our closing segment, you'll be equipped either to scale your idea into a living brand or exit with eyes wide open. Understanding both Launchpad and off-ramp lets you select legacy or liquidity on your own timetable. DeFi, decentralized finance, empowers both paths by replacing banks with transparent code. If crypto curiosity ever felt daunting, consider this session your on-ramp occupying the sweet spot between power and simplicity. We'll be leveraging launchonlaunch.io, a no-code platform that distills token creation into a handful of guided clicks. The focus stays on storytelling and strategy while the interface handles the technical plumbing. Phantom Wallet will serve as your digital toolkit, a sleek browser extension that cradles assets and connects to Solana apps. Setup is lightweight and intuitive. We'll walk through it so you feel at ease from the very first prompt. Funding your wallet, deploying the contract, and confirming parameters will be demonstrated step by step with rationale behind every action. No buzzwords, only actionable guidance you can follow while understanding the why, not just the how. Viral coins thrive because they harness identity, humor, and scarcity to create a gravitational pull. Leaning into timing, relatability, and community rituals can send awareness into orbit organically. Attention online behaves like flowing water. Channel it correctly, and momentum becomes self-sustaining. Taking this leap isn't solely about profit. It's a crash course in creative confidence and digital ownership. Even if results vary, the experience itself positions you ahead of the curve for future Web3 waves. So what are we waiting for? Gather your curiosity, prime your wallet, and let's start forging value on a chain that never sleeps. Remember, the blockchain rewards experimentation, transparency, and courage, qualities you already possess. Let's transform intent into impact and build something the internet can't ignore. Every milestone you hit will reinforce the mindset that progress in Web3 is iterative, rewarding those who move from concept to deployment with relentless curiosity. Instead of analyzing opportunities forever, you will practice shipping small experiments, gathering feedback, and adjusting in real time, the hallmark of modern digital craftsmanship. Imagine your dashboard lighting up with transaction activity. Each confirmation, a pulse, proving your idea has entered circulation and is now being validated by the market itself. When you grasp the core of these ideas, you're not just gathering knowledge. You're stepping into the role of a Web3 innovator. By the end of this, you won't just recognize how things work. You'll feel ready to take action and create something real. We're going to unpack everything, step by step, so no matter where you're starting from, you'll be able to follow along. This journey might appear simple on the surface, but its implications can ripple across your entire digital journey. With clarity comes capability, and capability leads to confidence. You'll walk away knowing exactly how to craft and launch your own meme coin, even if you're not technical. It's not about being a blockchain guru. It's about having a vision and knowing the tools to bring it to life. Picture this process like learning a new recipe. Once you get the hang of the ingredients and timing, it becomes second nature. And maybe, just maybe, your creation won't just be a fun experiment. It might gain traction and surprise you. These meme coins may be wrapped in humor, but they're powered by human connection and viral storytelling. It's not just about code. It's about creating something that people can rally around. Stay tuned through to the end because I'm revealing a creative strategy to get your coin noticed. Something even seasoned marketers overlook. This single insight can shift your launch from quiet to explosive. Marketing in Web3 isn't just about visibility. It's about magnetizing the right kind of attention. As we continue, keep in mind that you have the freedom to shape this project however you see fit. Whether you're building a long-term ecosystem or testing a short-term idea, the tools give you full control. You're not stuck playing by outdated rules. This space is open territory. With platforms like launchonlaunch.io, you don't need to write a single line of code to make something happen. The interface is straightforward and gives you room to be creative. You'll see just how accessible it is once we dive in. And we'll be using Phantom Wallet, a secure and elegant way to hold your assets and engage with decentralized apps. It works like a browser extension and acts as your key to Solana's ecosystem. It's sleek, intuitive, and perfect for anyone new to crypto. You might have thought that launching a token was reserved for developers, but that's no longer the case. Tools are evolving, and the barrier to entry is lower than ever. If you can navigate social media, you can build in this space. Now, about liquidity. It may sound complicated, but it simply means that your coin can be bought and sold by others. Without it, your project is like a vending machine with no change. People see what's inside, but they can't transact. When you control your own liquidity pool, you decide how your market functions. That means no one can restrict or seize your assets. It's freedom in its purest financial form. And in crypto, autonomy is power. You'll also gain insight into behavioral patterns behind meme coin success. The viral growth of tokens like Dogecoin didn't happen randomly. It stemmed from community engagement, humor, and timing. Understanding that psychology gives you an edge, we'll analyze the connection between meme culture and tokenomics. By combining attention-grabbing branding with smart distribution, your project has the potential to travel far. It's part art, part economics, and entirely community-driven. Your role as a creator isn't limited to launching a coin. It's about crafting a narrative people care about. In this digital space, stories matter just as much as the code. Memes aren't meaningless. They're signals that draw tribes together. Let's also look at long-term potential. Even if your project begins as a lighthearted idea, it can evolve into something with real utility and purpose. Start small, stay flexible, and let your audience shape the future with you. By the end of this session, you'll have a full toolkit, technical steps, emotional insight, and creative direction. That's what turns a concept into momentum. You'll be able to move from idea to launch, and perhaps even from launch to legacy. So take notes, pause the video when needed, and don't rush the process. Make sure to stay engaged throughout this walkthrough. Pause the video, jot personal notes, and rewind short sections if a new term feels unfamiliar. If you're minting your first token, these moments of reflection transform information into competence. By the closing segment, you'll have the insight and confidence to act on your own ideas, not just watch someone else build. Before we dive into the mechanics, let's zoom out. A meme coin may seem trivial, but it sits at the intersection of psychology, community, and programmable money. Understanding that intersection turns a playful project into a laboratory for digital creativity. Step 1. Install Phantom Wallet, either as a mobile app or a browser add-on. Phantom functions like a crypto passport and a vault in one. It stores your seed phrase encrypted, shows every asset you hold, and integrates seamlessly with decentralized applications on Solana. The interface is stripped of jargon, so newcomers feel comfortable within minutes. Once Phantom is running, tap Buy, choose Solana, SOL, and select a payment rail. You'll see Coinbase Pay, MoonPay, Stripe, and a few regional providers. I usually pick Coinbase Pay for instant settlement, but any of them will deliver SOL with a debit card straight from your phone. Think of SOL as the gasoline that powers every click you make on-chain. As soon as your wallet balance updates, you're ready for the rewarding part, launching something that lives on a global ledger. Your next step is to visit a no-code deployer. Launch on launch, connect Phantom, fill out the token name, ticker, total supply, and decimal precision. Behind the scenes, the platform writes the smart contract. You simply adjust sliders. Liquidity often sounds intimidating, yet it's just liquidity in the literal sense. The freedom for buyers and sellers to swap value. Imagine running a market stall with no change box. People see apples but can't pay. By pairing a portion of your new supply with SOL, you guarantee that early supporters can trade from day one. After confirming the parameters, Phantom will pop up a signature request listing the minimal network fee. Approve, and within seconds, Solana records your contract. The Explorer link that appears is tangible proof of deployment. Share it for transparency. Branding time. Upload an icon, write a one-sentence origin story, and decide on tone. Cheeky, educational, or philanthropic. A clear brand helps outsiders grasp why your coin exists amid thousands of alternatives. Promotion begins with authenticity. Post a short clip demonstrating how to purchase the token in Phantom, pin the contract address, and answer questions openly. Transparency converts onlookers into holders faster than hype alone. Remember that trading someone else's meme coin can be thrilling yet stressful. Charts zigzag, liquidity can vanish, and rugs are real. Building your own shifts that uncertainty into agency. You control supply, narrative, and upgrades. Funds remain under your custody, shielding you from external shocks. Security is a mindset. Never expose your seed phrase, revoke permissions you no longer use, and consider a hardware signer for treasury holdings. These habits preserve the integrity of both your wallet and your reputation. Usability matters too. If holders can stake, vote, or tip creators with a single tap, they'll stay engaged. Small utility loops amplify a meme's staying power. Data is your compass. Step 2. Visit launchonlaunch.io. This is the platform where your meme coin journey truly begins. If you've never used a launchpad before, don't worry. This one is beginner-friendly and designed to make the process simple, even for first-timers. More importantly, it's on Phantom Wallet's official whitelist, meaning it's been reviewed, vetted, and cleared for safe interaction. In a space like crypto, that stamp of approval means a lot. Security should always be the first thing on your mind. With countless shady websites and fake tokens out there, knowing you're using a platform that has community and ecosystem trust is crucial. That peace of mind frees you up to focus on what really matters, building something awesome. Let's walk through the steps. This isn't just form filling, you're initiating the creation of a digital asset that could one day go viral. Your token isn't just data on a blockchain, it's an idea, a meme, a potential movement. This is your canvas. Let's create a token. This is your creative moment. You're defining a digital identity, shaping a brand from scratch, and launching a coin that could, under the right circumstances, catch fire in the crypto world. This step combines the technical with the imaginative. You're setting the groundwork for how the internet will see your project. Name: Glonk, ticker GLONK. Think carefully here. You want something that's memeable, memorable, and marketable. Glonk is just a placeholder. Your name could be anything: weird, funny, absurd, or even cryptically meaningful. Just make it something people want to say, type, and share. That's meme power. Supply: 1 billion tokens. Big supplies are a meme coin staple. Why? Because they make people feel like early whales, even with small purchases. It feeds into that dopamine-driven sense of instant success. A few dollars turns into thousands or millions of coins. That visual impact is psychological gold. Now let's add some magic. Launch on Launch provides AI tools to help you automatically generate a project image and a basic description. These might seem optional, but don't skip them. They instantly make your token feel more legitimate. First impressions matter, especially in crypto where decisions are often made in seconds. A goofy image and clever tagline can turn just another token into something people tweet about. But don't launch just yet. First, let's lock down your token for security. Be sure to revoke 3 critical authorities. Mint authority. This stops anyone, even you, from printing more tokens after launch. Freeze authority. This prevents the token from being locked or restricted. Metadata update authority. This locks in the branding, name, and visual info permanently. Doing this proves to buyers and bots that you're not going to rug them. It sends a powerful signal. This coin is here to trade, not to trick. Optional advanced move. Add a whale address. You don't need to do this, but it's a clever psychological tool. By assigning a wallet to appear as a major holder, you tap into herd mentality. Bots scan for these addresses, and humans do too. It makes your project look more alive, more in demand. If someone sees a big wallet holding millions of coins, they think, maybe I should get in before this blows up. Just remember, it's not about deception, it's about perception. And in meme coin land, perception is 90% of value. Once you're happy with everything, hit Create Token and confirm through Phantom Wallet. Just like that, your token is live on the Solana blockchain. No coding, no contracts, no dev team, just your idea and a few clicks. And now, your coin exists in the real world of Web3. Step 3. Add liquidity. Your token now exists, but it's not tradable yet. Think of it like opening a restaurant with no food in the kitchen. People can enter, but there's nothing to consume. Liquidity is the engine that allows buying and selling. It's what makes your coin real to the market. This step may look simple, but its implications are worth considering. Once you absorb these techniques, you're not just following steps. You're growing as a creator in the crypto space. To enable trading, your token must have a liquidity pool. Let's unpack that so it makes complete sense. Liquidity is what allows buyers and sellers to transact instantly. Without it, your project lacks movement. Imagine a store without a way to accept payment. That's what missing liquidity feels like. Radium is my go-to, but PumpSwap is a great alternative for saving on gas fees. Both accomplish the same outcome. The goal here is efficiency. Pick the one that suits your style. The concept remains the same. Liquidity gives your coin life in the marketplace. On Radium, simply paste your token address. Once that's done, you're ready to start building volume. Liquidity is not just a feature. It's the mechanism that enables real-time trades and exposure. Without it, your coin is invisible. Let's fill out the setup. Token name, Glonk. Choosing the name may seem minor, but it sets the tone for everything that follows. It's your brand identity, your rallying cry. Next, assign a ticker, GLONK. Pair it with Solana, SOL, as the quote token. The ticker is the shorthand your audience will remember. Make it clever, memorable, and unique to stand out on the charts. Set your supply. In this case, 900 million tokens. Fund the pool. Choose a fee tier. 2% is standard and fair for new coins. This balance between quantity and fees helps attract early buyers while discouraging spammy trades. Before confirming, double-check every field. Accuracy now saves headaches later. Mistakes during this step can spook investors or break trust. Once you're satisfied, initialize the pool. The token will become live, ready to trade. This is where your project goes from concept to reality. People can now interact with what you've built. With trading live, the next chapter begins. What happens next depends on timing, attention, and momentum. If the launch hits the right moment, things can move fast. Decentralized exchanges never sleep. Algorithms and bots scan for new listings around the clock. They react within seconds. If your token shows activity, they'll notice and join the flow. This automatic exposure is your first real wave of attention. If volume picks up early, the coin gets listed on trackers and analytics dashboards. Visibility increases exponentially. Early buyers might be humans or bots. Either way, their involvement sends signals to the broader market. Momentum builds on perceived demand. Activity leads to recognition. It might start small, a 0.3 SOL buy here, a 0.4 there, but these small steps add up. They tell others this isn't just another dead coin. Suddenly your pool shows 5 SOL, up from 3. That's not just growth, it's traction. The numbers reflect interest, and interest leads to more trades. Now someone buys in with $100. That becomes a social proof moment. It suggests confidence. Whether they're investing or experimenting, others take note. This is the cycle meme coins rely on. Spark interest, show activity, grow fast. It's not about fundamentals. It's about presence, narrative, and hype. Still, none of this is guaranteed. You need to be ready. Quick reactions and clear intent give your project an edge. DEX volume can exceed $3 billion daily. At peaks, it hits $10 billion. These are massive numbers, and your token can carve out a slice of that. A DEX, or decentralized exchange, is a peer-to-peer platform. It doesn't rely on middlemen. It's run by smart contracts and code, always online, always accessible. These platforms let you list instantly. There's no approval process, no gatekeepers, but that also means the market is flooded with tokens. Standing out takes planning. That's where your liquidity and launch matter most. If you prepare well, you'll create a cleaner entry point and better price discovery. Traders notice that. Some coins fail to take off because they skip details. A bad name, no visuals, poor setup. They're dismissed in seconds. That won't be your story. You've come this far, so finish strong. Nail the basics, build early momentum, and engage the community. That's how tokens move from small ideas to big opportunities. Building in DeFi isn't just about luck. It's about understanding how to play the game and then executing your strategy with precision. Now, your coin is on the map. What comes next? That's entirely up to you. Trade volume will rise and fall, but how you react defines the journey. This phase teaches you more than any tutorial. Watching your project in motion builds instincts. It shows how the market breathes. You'll spot patterns, understand reactions, and begin to predict outcomes. That's how beginners become veterans, by doing, observing, and adjusting. Whether the next step is marketing or scaling, you now control something real. These bots are like digital bloodhounds. The moment your coin goes live, they detect and react almost instantly. Their algorithms constantly scan decentralized exchanges, waiting to pounce on newly created tokens. This automated speed is a critical part of modern crypto trading. They find your token within seconds. Blockchain data is public, so bots are programmed to listen for every new smart contract, every transaction. Once they spot your launch, trades can begin immediately. That's why tokens can gain traction fast. When visibility is high and liquidity is available, action follows. Early volume is often driven by this kind of automation, not just human discovery. Your launch timing matters more than you might expect. If you publish your token during peak DEX traffic, for example, evenings or after big market news, your exposure improves. Momentum often starts within minutes. Decentralized exchange volume often surpasses $3 billion per day. These platforms operate continuously without centralized oversight, letting anyone trade freely. They rely on smart contracts, automated programs that remove middlemen from the equation. During hype cycles, that number can jump to $10 billion, and those windows are ripe for opportunity. If your coin is well prepared, you can ride that volume wave to maximize visibility and trading activity. Within 30 minutes of launch, you might notice spikes in activity. These aren't coincidences. Bots and manual snipers scan for fresh listings. The faster your listing gets indexed by aggregators and trading dashboards, the more potential eyes on it. Here's a real-world example. Your first buy hits, 0.3 SOL for Glonk. It might seem small, but it validates that the token is live and functional. Then another, 0.4 SOL. These initial trades, though minor in value, suggest to other traders that something is happening. Now the pool holds more than 3 SOL. This is market psychology in motion. Others see activity, assume momentum, and jump in. It's about signaling. You started with 1.5 SOL in liquidity. That's already a solid sign. It doubled. Traders notice growth more than they notice origin stories. Then comes a larger buy. $100 worth of Glonk. That single action can bump your token into trending sections or attract bot attention from higher tier trackers. This is what attracts people to meme coins. Explosive growth potential in a short window. They're not about fundamental value, they're about culture, timing, and curiosity. Building a meme token is about narrative. When a token's name, branding, and community all align, that's when virality happens. Now let's pivot to step 4. Pulling liquidity and locking in profit. This step is crucial, especially if your token gains traction quickly. The pool is now at 3+ SOL. That's over 2 times from your starting point. You're officially in the profit zone. At this stage, you have decisions to make. You could remove a portion of the liquidity and keep some in, maintaining community trust while taking partial gains. Or you could remove everything. That's called a full exit. It's not illegal, but it's frowned upon if you haven't communicated intentions beforehand. Your approach depends on your long-term goals. Are you here to build a community or make a quick return? Neither is wrong, but clarity matters. If you're planning to stick around, maintain some liquidity. Even 20% can be enough to keep the chart moving and preserve your listing on aggregators. Start building a presence. Use social channels like Twitter and Telegram to post updates, memes, and community polls. Active developers attract active holders. Meme coins thrive on visibility and engagement. What starts as a joke can evolve into something more. A DAO, a game, an NFT collection. If your strategy is a short-term flip, the steps are simple. Monitor the pool, wait for peak volume, then remove liquidity when the risk of holding outweighs the potential upside. There's no coding here, no back-end infrastructure to maintain, just you, your wallet, and your project. But even the most brilliant tokens need attention. Marketing isn't optional. It's your growth engine. Here's a practical trick. Find an active meme coin like PNUT. Visit their Telegram group or look at who's engaging on Twitter. Export that audience. Use a secondary account to tag them in stories. Not with spam, but subtle curiosity triggers. For example, a story like, "Have you seen this?" or "This just launched," gets people clicking. And those views translate into wallet opens and DEX searches. Do this daily across multiple tokens and you'll start to see traction. This kind of guerrilla marketing costs nothing and avoids platform bans. Your token isn't just a coin, it's a conversation. You're inviting others to participate in a trend they didn't start, but now feel connected to. Step 4. Pull, liquidity, and profit. The pool now shows 6.8 SOL. That's a solid indicator of traction and early interest. If you launched with just 1.5 SOL, like me, you're already sitting on more than double your initial value. This kind of quick return is what draws many to meme coins, not just for fun, but for strategy. But let's be clear, the next steps require careful timing. If you're thinking of exiting, you should do so before your token loses its novelty on DEX aggregators. The new listing sections on platforms like Radium or Gecko Terminal offer prime exposure. Once your token drops off those, organic discovery becomes harder, and volume may slow down. It's important to anticipate when the momentum starts to taper off. Early snipers and bots that were eager at launch may now be watching for signs to dump their bags. If you wait too long, you might miss the peak and end up with less than what you could have taken. Now comes the critical decision: how much liquidity to pull. You can extract all of it or just a portion. Removing part of the liquidity, say 50%, shows the market that you still have skin in the game. This builds trust, especially if you're planning to continue developing the project or building a community around it. On the other hand, removing everything sends a different message. It could be seen as a rug pull, even if that wasn't your intent. When you do that, you're ending the trading opportunity and locking in your earnings. It's not illegal, but in the crypto space, reputation moves fast. Both options are valid depending on your goals. If this was just a test or a meme experiment, there's no shame in cashing out. But if you see long-term potential, consider staying active and strategic. Let's dive deeper into each scenario. Option 1. Partial exit. Removing a fraction of the liquidity allows you to secure some gains while keeping the token alive. This gives your holders confidence that you're not abandoning the project. You might pair this with marketing efforts to breathe new life into the coin, giveaways, community challenges, or even utility ideas like staking or NFT tie-ins. Option 2. Full exit. Taking everything out is a clean break. It means you walk away with all the remaining SOL in the pool. But keep in mind, the moment you do this, the token essentially becomes untradeable. Holders are left with illiquid assets, and that can result in backlash. Be ready for that if you go this route. Remember, you're in full control. Nobody can stop you from either path. That's the power of decentralized finance, autonomy. But with that power comes perception. Be transparent if possible. People respect clarity, even in meme coin culture. If you're leaning toward continuing the project, here's what helps. Keep some liquidity in the pool to allow ongoing trades. Even small amounts matter. Post updates regularly and creatively. Use humor, visuals, or even memes to maintain engagement. Be present on platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and Telegram. Meme coins live or die by their communities. Consider small partnerships or collaborations with micro creators. Visibility doesn't always require budget. Sometimes it just takes hustle. Projects like Shiba Inu, PEPE, or even Floki didn't explode overnight. They built up through relentless posting, timely humor, and the feeling of being in on the joke. Meme coins may start as fun, but many grow into serious brands through persistence. If you're here for the quick flip, you've seen how straightforward it is. No coding, no smart contract devs, no long roadmaps. Just launch, market, and manage liquidity. There's very little overhead and no third parties holding your hand. It's simple, efficient, and can be very effective when timed right. But even with simplicity, success favors those who prepare. Consider building a spreadsheet to track your timing, SOL spent, and SOL recovered. Analyze your ROI and compare different launch times. Treat it like a science, not just a stunt. And finally, never underestimate the power of visibility. Even the most promising tokens will go nowhere if nobody hears about them. The next section dives into marketing. But as you step away from liquidity management, keep this in mind. The real work often starts after the launch. If you're going to build a real community or spark viral interest, pulling liquidity is only part of the puzzle. Your actions afterward determine what happens next. Here's a bonus, secret marketing trick. Let's peel this back a layer and break it into practical steps, no matter how new you are. The reality is this. Most meme coins disappear without making a ripple. The rare few that explode do so with intentional strategy. Successful meme coin creators know how to tap into hype cycles. They understand attention dynamics and play the meme game better than anyone else. Find a hot token, say PNUT. Study what's working. The tone, the memes, the engagement. This isn't random luck, it's community engineering. Remember, meme coins live and die by the energy behind them. When people feel like they're part of something funny, weird, or rebellious, they invest. You're not launching a product, you're launching a vibe. Jump into their Telegram and scrape the list of active users. These are warm leads. They've already bought into the culture. You're not cold pitching. You're redirecting momentum. The people in those groups are primed and curious. Use that curiosity. Tag 50 to 100 users per story post from alternate accounts. Be tactful. These tags slide into notifications and draw attention without being intrusive. It's like whispering in a crowded room, quiet but powerful. With the right image or meme, they'll click through. This isn't spam, it's an algorithmic trigger. You're taking advantage of how social platforms work. Story tags push engagement sky high, especially when targeted correctly. People check who tagged them, and if the content's funny or bold, they stay. Use this tactic to highlight a companion token or lead users to your launch. You're riding the wave, not stealing thunder. If they like one meme coin, they'll check out another, especially one that shares the humor or mocks the original. No shadow bans, no takedowns. This method flies under the radar of moderation tools. You're playing the game like a growth hacker. You don't need to bend the rules, you just need to understand them better than your competitors. It's pure guerrilla growth, no budget needed. Just time, creativity, and a phone. The kind of exposure this generates is almost unfair, and that's exactly why it works. All right, time to connect the dots. You've seen the steps in isolation. Now let's put it all together. Whether you're scribbling notes or just watching along, this recap will lock in the process. There's been a lot to digest. Step back for a second, clear your head, and let's zoom out. We're going to walk through the strategy again, start to finish. Think of this as a mental checklist, one you can repeat anytime. Here's your quick start summary. Install Phantom Wallet Fund with SOL Launch your token via launchonlaunch.io. Maybe something fun like GLONK. Set up the initial pool using Radium, let early trades begin. Watch the metrics, analyze response exit once your target is hit, or double down. It really is that simple. You don't need a developer. You don't need a tech background. You just need to follow the recipe. If you want to exit clean, pull everything. Rug optional. If you're here for long-term gain, keep liquidity flowing. Stay active on socials, post memes, updates, and random stuff. Just stay visible. Your job is to keep the story alive. Meme coin building is fast and fluid. You're not applying for approval. You're inventing momentum. Nobody is coming to help you. And that's the best part. This is freedom in code. Even if it's just a quick flip, you've leveled up. Every launch is a learning experience. Next time, you'll be faster, sharper, maybe even legit. But don't sleep on how fun this can be. You're not just building a token. You're building culture. Joke coins move at internet speed. They're emotional assets. And in crypto, emotion drives value more than logic. You're no longer a spectator. You're making things happen. You're not begging influencers, you're becoming one. After your first launch, you won't see the space the same way again. You'll notice patterns, recognize copycats, predict cycles. The rabbit hole only goes deeper from here, so be bold but don't be reckless. Treat this like a sandbox. Test, learn, improve. Keep your wins, walk away from losses early. That's the meme coin mindset. If this guide gave you clarity, share it with someone who's still on the sidelines. One video can create 5 new creators. Let me know. Will you build something fun or just take profits and bounce? In crypto, every choice writes your reputation. You can be a builder, a joker, or both. Just don't be boring. Even the worst coins can win with a good story. You've got the tools, use them. The next trend could come from your phone this weekend. Everything in this space started with a wild idea and someone who was willing to try. That someone might as well be you. Install Phantom, get some SOL, and jump into launchonlaunch.io to create your meme coin. Something bold like GLONK. This isn't just about minting a token, it's about giving birth to an identity that others can latch onto. Remember, coins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin didn't blow up because of advanced tech. They exploded because people shared, laughed, and believed together. You're building more than code, you're launching a narrative. Once minted, it's time to provide liquidity through Radium. This part is non-negotiable. Liquidity enables transactions. Without it, your token is a digital paperweight. Think of it like fueling up before a road trip. Without gas, the engine doesn't move. You're setting the stage for every buy, sell, and bot that scans the market. As volume rolls in and the pool grows, you can pull liquidity and lock in profits. It's the digital equivalent of cashing out after hosting a packed event. The hard part's done. Now you're collecting your reward. What's powerful here is the sovereignty, total independence. Every aspect of your project, from visuals to token mechanics, is yours to define. No delays, no approvals, just action. No engineering background, doesn't matter. This system is designed for execution, not complexity. With a few clicks, you're deploying like a seasoned founder. Forget relying on outsourced developers or hoping some random coder doesn't ghost you. You own the contract, you deploy the updates, you hold the keys. Maybe you're here to start the next Solana meme revolution, or maybe you just want to ride a quick wave and move on. Whatever your goal, the framework works either way. This is why decentralized finance hits different. The permission layer is gone. Nobody's stopping you from launching, experimenting, or iterating fast. You're not waiting around for some influencer to pump your bags or a dev team to reply in Discord. You're live, liquid, and already building momentum. You're not just an investor anymore, you're the architect of a public market asset. The token, the audience, the outcome, all under your control. Once that first transaction hits, the game shifts. You're no longer watching the charts, you're on them. Welcome to the creator economy inside DeFi. What makes this process addictive is the velocity. You can create, test, and launch in hours, then iterate again and again. That's what Web3 enables. Loops of fast learning, execute quickly, but do it with intention. Think about your coin's angle, your messaging, your name. These are your weapons in the war for attention. If this breakdown clarified the process, let it echo outward. Share the value, push it into the algorithm, and help others break in too. Every view strengthens the cycle. Tell the story. Did your coin moon? Did it flop? Either way, you've crossed the creator threshold. You took the leap, and that's more than most. Some meme coin launches end with loyal fans. Others end with FUD. But either way, people noticed. That visibility? It's currency. You become a known quantity in the scene. Rug or rise, it doesn't matter. What matters is participation. And the more you build, the better you'll get. Even a failed launch teaches more than 1,000 crypto YouTube videos. Execution gives you scars, and scars are experience. The first token you drop teaches you what works. The second one gets better. The third one might be the one that takes off. Every successful coin, from Bonk to PP, started with an idea no one took seriously. Until they did. Your project could be next. Nothing great was built by overthinking forever. This world rewards the ones who act, who publish, who push tokens and test reactions. Make something weird, launch something fast, track reactions, tweak the supply, reframe the name, shift the branding. You're learning in real time. You're in the field now. This isn't theory. Every click is a step deeper into the decentralized creator stack. If you got value from this video, if it sparked a new idea or clarified something you've been stuck on, don't just keep it to yourself. Hit that like button. It seems like a small gesture, but in the algorithmic world of online discovery, it's a powerful signal. Just like adding liquidity to a pool, it helps this content surface for others. You're not just supporting a video, you're boosting the visibility of practical knowledge that could help someone else take action, launch smarter, or even avoid a costly mistake. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications. This space evolves rapidly. Trends can rise and fall in hours. Subscribing is like setting your alerts on a chart. It keeps you informed and ready. Future content is going to dive even deeper into the nuances of launching in Web3, scaling small meme coins into real communities, using bots to your advantage, and hacking attention without paying for ads. You don't want to miss those updates when they drop, especially when timing is half the game. This isn't just about coins, it's about frameworks, psychology, human behavior, digital storytelling, attention arbitrage, and decentralized tools that let anyone, including you, build something from scratch and inject it into a live global financial system. We're unpacking everything from stealth drops to viral token architecture, Telegram funneling, NFT momentum stacking, and hybrid models that merge memes with actual utility. If you're serious about exploring what's possible in the DeFi creator space, you're in the right place. I've got detailed breakdowns queued up, including walkthroughs of how to gamify tokenomics, optimize pool ratios for volatility spikes, navigate community growth in anonymous environments, and even how to reverse engineer the marketing psychology behind successful shitcoin launches. We'll even look at failed tokens and dissect what went wrong so you can learn without burning capital. This is the toolkit for people who don't want to wait for permission. If you're tired of asking developers, waiting on influencers, or hoping for some random pump, then this is for you. You're the dev now. You're the strategist, the storyteller, and the growth engine. That's what's exciting about this space. The barrier to entry is low, but the ceiling is massive, and it rewards those who take initiative. Learn fast and ship often. So keep building, keep testing, keep pushing the limits of what's possible with a wallet, a meme, and a smart contract. The DeFi world doesn't care about credentials. It rewards execution. You don't have to know everything, but you do have to start. And if you're here, watching, absorbing, and getting ideas, you already have an edge over 99% of people who never take the first step. And finally, enjoy the process. Don't forget that the chaos is part of the fun. The volatility, the unexpected moonshots, the inside jokes that become tokens, the community threads that turn into movements. It's all part of the experience. Whether you're creating a meme coin for laughs or prototyping the next decentralized social platform, the energy you bring matters. Have fun with it, take risks, make noise. You're building the next era of the internet, one token at a time.